What if I told you that a prophet from the 1930s predicted exactly what we're seeing in our skies right now in 2025? Benjamin Solari Parravicini, an artist who channeled visions of the future, said the moon will speak and that 2026 would mark humanity's greatest awakening. And what's happening right now with the drones, the orbs, the unexplained phenomena, it's all connected. Stay with me because what I'm about to share with you will change how you see everything happening in our world and what awaits us in 2026 and beyond. Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube. I have something very special for you today. Parravicini created more than 700 psychographic drawings, cryptic sketches, accompanied by brief messages he said were dictated by celestial beings. Some of his prophecies were astonishingly accurate. He predicted the atom bomb years before Hiroshima, the arrival of television and the internet, describing images seen from afar. And he foresaw a global awakening that would begin in the 21st century, what he called the hour of man's spiritual light. But among these were visions that went far beyond Earth. Parravicini spoke of extraterrestrial beings, not as invaders, but as guides. He said they came from the light of the eternal Father, higher vibrational worlds beyond our comprehension. He described them as luminous, peaceful, and androgynous, here to assist humanity through its transition into a higher frequency of existence. In one of his drawings, he wrote, "They come from distant planets, bringing light and wisdom. They will be seen and they will speak, and mankind will doubt, but they will be." He insisted their appearances would increase after humanity faced great turmoil, wars, environmental imbalance, and a deep moral crisis. Sound familiar? Benjamin Solari Parravicini, he wasn't your typical prophet. He was an artist who, in his drawings from 1930s through the 1970s, showed us the fall of old systems, corruption, false prophets, and the dark side of progress. But what makes his prophecies different from Nostradamus or Edgar Cayce, he always showed what comes after the collapse. He saw the new light, a world united by knowledge that life exists everywhere, that consciousness is eternal, and that we are a part of a vast cosmic family. This wasn't a prophecy of invasion. It was a prophecy of evolution, and always he returned to the moon. In his final years, he said, "The moon will speak," perhaps not with words, but with revelations through discoveries or through the awakening of human intuition itself. To him, the moon was a bridge, a station of memory between the physical and the divine. So perhaps his most intriguing and controversial visions were about the moon. Parravicini stated that the moon was not lifeless, but that it held bases, installations used by beings from other planets observing Earth's development. What? He wrote that the moon shall reveal its secrets, and that these revelations would come when mankind was ready, when our consciousness had evolved enough not to react with fear. Got to work on that. According to his visions, the moon served as a bridge, a kind of cosmic outpost used by benevolent visitors who monitored humanity's technological and spiritual growth. Some even say that NASA's rush to the moon in the 1960s was not just about exploration, but discovery. We've all known something's going on up there, right? It's a little bit too weird to ignore anymore. So now here's where it gets fascinating. He said they will be seen and heard by those who are ready. I have a friend and student, Nikki. She sees orbs all the time. Why does she see them and others don't? Why do people like Chris Bledsoe see them and others don't? They're tapping into another frequency. The craft is second, the frequency is first, and this is how they have been called in through psionics. This is the key that most people miss. You must go into that higher frequency to participate in what's coming. The golden era that's unfolding right now. One of Parravicini's most beautiful prophecies says, "The great light will arrive. Humanity will see beings of other worlds, and they will bring the beginning of a new era of harmony." He described this as a merging of science and spirit, where humans would finally understand that life is universal, eternal, and interconnected. He said that these visitors are not here to conquer, but to awaken us, to remind humanity of its forgotten cosmic origins. And yet, he warned that dark forces within humanity, fear, greed, and control, would try to distort this contact. Only those who vibrate in love and peace, he said, will truly see them. But I need to give you a warning, and this is critical. Be wary of those who present themselves as one thing and are actually another. Monitor who you listen to and what's beyond their message. My question to you is, when someone claims to speak for entities, naming them and being that spokesperson, is there another agenda in that? If the message is rooted in fear, it is false. Period. Why? Because everything exists right now. You get to choose what you believe. And those who want you to fear these beings, they're out of a job when we go into compassion, awakening, and consciousness. So Benjamin Solari Parravicini, he never claimed to be a prophet of doom. His messages were warnings, yes, just like we've talked about Edgar Cayce and Nostradamus, but always with hope at their core, because we can change anything. We are in control. These are premonitions of things that can exist, and we can change anything. He believed that higher beings are reaching toward us and that the universe itself longs for reunion, not through power of technology, but through consciousness, compassion, and awakening. The beings from other worlds would not bring salvation. They would bring remembrance. Salvation is ours to have. Right now, we have to choose it. They will join us in that celebration. I believe this is it. I believe it started with the drones appearing, and I'm going to tell you about a remote viewer who tells us what those drones were, why they're here, and scientists who are showing us something amazing is happening that cannot be denied, that has been proven. This is all leading us into the new era that has accelerated in 2025 and will reveal many shocking and wonderful discoveries in 2026 and beyond. Is your frequency in alignment for that? If not, then it is our mission to raise it and to take our planet into the golden era that welcomes everyone. We're going to talk more about that in upcoming videos because I think we're getting ready for it. And the reason why, because we're going into a higher consciousness, and that's a good thing. So when you gaze at the moon tonight, remember his words. They will be seen and heard by those who are ready. Maybe it's not about seeing ships in the sky, but recognizing the light that's already here, the same light that guided his hand and now asks us to listen before the moon speaks. I hope you enjoyed today because I have several more videos coming out about our consciousness, what we're seeing in the skies, what we can expect in 2026, and much more. It's all connected. So please subscribe so you don't miss them because this information is connected and it's building to something extraordinary. This is your mission, your order for today. Step into that higher frequency. You can do it. If you haven't picked up my book, Breakthrough Fear, Your Spiritual Butt Kick, now is the time. The link is in the description below. A student just told me she finally read it, and she was so thankful because it came at exactly the right moment for her. When I got the download for that book, I heard in my head, this has to come out now. It's for you. If you are feeling lost and you need assistance in breaking through some patterns, particularly about money, I have a free quiz for you to find out what your archetype is. It's called Mind Over Money. It's down in the description. Sign up and find out why you might be holding back from the abundance that awaits you. in this new spiritual, amazing awakening that we're going into. Let's get ready for some amazing times together. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.